Hey guys, I'm going to review a video called I Tried Andrew Huberman's Morning Routine for 30 Days.
This is Andrew Huberman, the internet's favorite neuroscientist.
Andrew Huberman.
Never heard of him.
Huberman.
Through his research at Stanford University and his excellent podcast, he has become the go-to expert on the best habits and routines for living a successful and fulfilling life. And this is me. While I don't think I have
Looking good, man.
the worst habits in the world, lately I've been in a slump. Less energy throughout the day, slacking off in healthy habits, and an inability to focus on my work, leading to a constant feeling like I'm going through the motions at half speed. So for the next 30 days, I'm going to try Andrew Huberman's science-backed morning routine to see if it can pull me out of the rut that I'm in. But what is Andrew Huberman's morning routine?
For me, I tend to wake up sometime around 6 a.m., 6:30, and I write down the time in which I woke up.
I don't know why he does that, whatever, but you should sleep as long as you need to. Yes, you can wake up at 6:30 as long as you went to bed early enough to be completely rested. It's fine. You could maybe then watch the sunrise, which is good.
Second thing I do after I wake up is I make a beeline for sunlight. So getting outside for a 10-minute walk or a 15-minute walk is absolutely vital to mental and physical health.
Oh, super good. I absolutely agree.
We get back, I start craving caffeine, but I purposefully delay my caffeine intake to 90 minutes to 120.
That's funny. You should delay it until forever. You should never drink it because coffee is just bean soup at the end of the day. You shouldn't consume any seeds in general, let alone heated seed toxins.
20 minutes after I wake up. So for me, I just drink water. I also put a little bit of sea salt in the water. And I also drink my athletic greens, which is compatible with fasting. So I don't...
Athletic greens? Isn't that what the vegans drink? Isn't it just full of toxic man-made plants? I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. If you want electrolytes, then eat seafood, eat some oysters.
10 a.m. or 12 noon. Next, I would do a 90-minute bout of...
He doesn't eat until 11 because he starves himself on purpose. Did I understand it correctly? You should always eat whenever you want to. If you really don't want to eat until 11, okay, it's just incredibly unlikely if you wake up at 6:30, right? Especially if you go for a walk already. When you burn energy, then you want to consume new energy, of course. If you don't consume anything when you're hungry, then you simply start eating yourself.
Work. And that's typically phone off and out of the room. You'd be amazed how much you can get done in 90 minutes if you are focused. After I finish that cognitive work bout, I do some form of physical exercise for about an hour. Very last, but certainly not least,
Every day?
deliberate cold exposure.
Another guy who got brainwashed by Wim Hof, probably. And as you can see, he's absolutely torturing himself. Guys, how stupid do you get? If your body tells you that it's bad for you, it's bad for you. You can apply this to anything. If your body in any way at all, for example with your face expression, tells you that it's bad for you, if you look like you don't want to do it, you don't enjoy it, you're suffering, then you know that it's bad for you. Always. There's no exceptions to this whatsoever. You should also watch people's face expressions when they're exercising.
And that's what I do each morning, and I'm certain that these tools work.
Work in what way? Work to be what? Full of adrenaline, for example. Yeah, you drink the coffee, you exercise, you do cold showers, you're very adrenalized, it's incredibly unhealthy, you damage your heart, you decrease your lifespan. Yeah, it works in that sense. It works in the sense that it's incredibly detrimental to your health.
On day one, I wake up craving coffee. However, instead, I get ready and I head out from my...
I've never tried coffee in my whole life. I guess I can't relate to it, but I just can't imagine how you could possibly crave something which I have smelled before, and it just smells insanely poisonous.
morning walk. And while it's definitely no morning coffee, it actually is really, really nice, and I feel pretty good afterwards. What doesn't feel so good, though, is drinking salt water.
Of course, salt is incredibly disgusting. Try licking a piece of rock salt. You're just licking rock with tons of sodium. Ugh.
I don't want to rely on how I'm feeling to evaluate my progress on this goal, as feelings can change pretty quickly.
I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this. Then don't do it, you idiot, you idiot, you idiot.
Here we go.
track my progress with this challenge,
my
I'm gonna be
God.
conducting 3 tests. The first is I just took a blood test for day 1. That's gonna measure things like my testosterone levels, and judging by how scared I was to
I assume that they're not very high.
prick my finger. Oh, I can't do it! I can't do it! I'm worried they might be a little low. Ow! Test number 2 is by tracking my energy and my mood levels at the end of each day. I've already been doing this for the past month, so at the end of this, I'm gonna compare my numbers and see if I've made any improvements. And finally, I'll be testing.
That's all cool, but the numbers fluctuate incredibly much. Even a few hours may pass by and the numbers of your testosterone, for example, are gonna look completely different.
My work productivity. To help me evaluate that, I've asked for help from the one person who knows my work habits better than anyone else.
My name is Brendan. I am Cam's brother and his boss.
You're not my boss.
I'm evaluating how you do at your job. That makes me your boss.
Just talk about my work
Man, both of these guys really lost the genetic lottery.
habits.
Sure. You procrastinate, get distracted, procrastinate more. Just a serial scroller. Bad communication, bad time management, missed deadlines. Yeah, I think that sums it up.
And sadly, he's not wrong. I am terrible at focusing, and in my first week in this challenge, that seemingly has not changed. Even with a science-backed checklist to help, my brain is still struggling to get into the zone and work effectively. And even though it's still early into this goal, I really need to figure this out. For a bit more context, I work from home most days, and if you come through here, you just gotta...
Editing videos, which is what he was doing there, I assume, I'm not really sure, takes a lot of focus. It can't be that bad.
I come through the bathroom, past the toilet, and voila! This is where I work, staring at a screen in a storage room closet that is connected to my bathroom.
Now, I have done the best to make this space feel cozy, however, it is still kind of a shitty place to work, no pun intended. And with that, I've become really good at getting out of this room and distracting myself at any chance I can get. Even with my phone out of the room, I am getting up constantly to top up on coffee or look for snacks that I can't even eat because I'm fasting. And with...
You can eat it. Eat whatever you want, whenever you want to, as long as the food is natural, of course, but definitely eat whenever you want to. Never restrict yourself in any way at all. Completely listen to your body, do exactly what your body tells you to do, and you're going to be super healthy, you're going to feel amazing. What he's teaching, for the most part, is to go against your body, which is the worst thing that you could possibly do.
Each of these interruptions, I'm killing my momentum when I try to dig into a task, and I'm falling further and further behind in my work. And this is definitely the area I need to improve the most, or at least that's what I thought.
Testosterone, that's your ideal range, 2.49, 2.4. I'm below average! Gosh!
I am speechless. I am speechless. So, 1 week in, and I am failing in 2 categories. Great. With the discouraging week 1 complete, I really want to hone in on improving my work sessions for week 2. So I decided to revisit some Huberman Lab episodes to see if there's any tweaks I can make to improve my focus.
A couple of things for optimizing workspace that are grounded in neuroscience and physiology. So what I do is I prop the computer up such that it's at least at eye level. When our eyes are directed upward, it creates a state of heightened alertness. In addition, I use low-level white noise.
You shouldn't alert your body unnecessarily, but if you want to do it for work, up to you.
Turned on at a low volume, not with headphones most of the time, puts the brain into a state that's optimal for learning and workflow.
The one single perk of working in a bathroom. White noise is easy to come by. I'm hoping that if I can pair as much of Huberman's advice on focus with the rest of my morning routine, that it can put me in the best possible position to lock in on my work and really start to see some progress.
This feels crazy to say this early into a challenge, but I feel like I'm already noticing benefits from this. Strictly from like an energy and mood standpoint, I used to wake up every morning and just like doom scroll Twitter, and now I genuinely look forward to these walks. But get some natural light in my eyes, get some fresh air, some steps. I'm like halfway through an audiobook that I started this week. Things are going well.
Even with my cold showers, while they're definitely not fun during, I do feel energized afterwards, and it feels like it fuels the...
Yes, because you're full of adrenaline, your body is incredibly stressed, that's how it's supposed to be. It believes that you were about to die, but you escaped, which is why you're so stressed afterwards.
Rest of my day.
This next blood test is about to be so much better.
But as much as I've seen improvement in my energy and in my health, my work sessions still seem to come up short.
If I'm being honest, there hasn't been as much improvement as I was hoping. It's hard to point to anything and say you've accomplished more than you normally do.
Determined to improve my performance, I opted to switch where I was going to be working and hopefully get myself into a better zone for focused work. But after 3 days working out of my house, my work still hasn't improved. And it's starting to look more and more like the problem isn't where I'm working. The problem is me. Yet another day where I am not as productive as I should. Just feels like the story.
You're also not doing anything that's naturally in any way fun or fulfilling. Why would you have any motivation to sit at your laptop and do meaningless stuff anyway?
The next morning, I decided to try keeping my phone powered down until it was time for my lunch break, to see if it would help me focus.
The moment you sit down to do some serious work and you flip off the internet, all of a sudden it's as if the phone has a voice. But we all are familiar with the fact that if we are focused on something, that all that just kind of melts away. So I'm creating this space. I'm funneling my brain into a state where I set up a relationship not just between me and the work that I'm doing, but between me and my ability to control my own state of mind.
The more I avoided using my phone, the more focused I felt, allowing me to move throughout my mornings faster and more productively. And on the days where I really wanted to use my phone the most, I straight up stashed that shit in my car because I need to focus.
And I have to say that while...
So what is this video about, really? That you shouldn't use your phone so much, or what? It's weird.
It can be a challenge to try and achieve this state in this tunnel of work. Some days, you start to get kind of addicted to it. It feels really good. It's like a workout for the mind.
I don't remember the last time I had an experience where I feel like I was in a flow state twice today. Twice. Oh, and it feels good. I cannot say it enough. That felt so good today. As strange as this may sound, I feel like the habit of jumping into cold showers and drinking those awful salt water drinks has actually made me more resilient when it comes to distraction. Because just practicing that daily habit of doing something hard that I know will be satisfying once it's over.
It's not satisfying once it's over. You're just satisfied that it's over. Big difference.
It's literally the exact same thing with getting in focused work. It's hard, it's challenging, but I feel so much better than I have in some time.
Okay, basically his conclusion seems to be that you should do hard stuff and torture yourself in everyday life, and that way the work that you do, which is also unpleasant, is going to be less unpleasant simply because you compare it to cold showers and disgusting salt water, which is even worse.
A 10 in energy and a 10 in mood. That is the first perfect day of this challenge.
Today was a
Yeah, it seems like you're faking it for this video, but okay.
good day. A really
I mean, he's not gonna go from being completely miserable to smiling the whole video. Come on, man. You can fake videos, but don't fake it that much.
good day. And when I tally up my numbers from
Good
the
day.
last 30 days, there's been improvement in both my energy levels and my mood, with my reported energy levels increasing almost 2 whole points.
It's not just that you've turned in everything on time this week, which I appreciate.
The thing is that it's not energy. Adrenaline is not energy biochemically. It's not considered to be. You can see it that way if you want to see it, like a slave, but adrenaline is a survival chemical. It's supposed to get you out of these situations. He does, of course, feel like he has more energy. People who drink coffee also feel like they have more energy. It's just not actual natural energy. The way you have a lot of energy is if you drink blood, eat raw animal organs, go out in the sun, be out in nature. Also, yes, you should. You can go out in the morning also whenever you want to. You should watch the sunrise, sunset, and be out also at noon. Get the best sun, of course. Just be surrounded by nature and be as natural as you possibly can be.
It's really good work.
Which leaves just one final test.
Here we go. Day 1. Day 30. Let's go!
Let's go! Check it again in a few hours and it will be 2.4! And it really didn't change basically at all. An actual change should be 7, 8, 9.
Oh!
I'm average!
Yeah! You're
Got better,
stupid!
my cholesterol got better.
You're a sheep!
Everything is better.
Things have been going so well, I even started putting my friends onto the routine.
I've been doing the Huberman morning routine.
And how did you hear about it?
You told me about it.
Things have been going so well that I am honestly going to continue doing this, and I'm so thankful that I gave this a try. And to celebrate, on the final day, I invited my brother and my friend Matt out to go for a cold plunge to finish this off by doing something challenging that I know will feel good afterwards. And my hope is that going forward after this challenge, that I
All of them absolutely tortured.
can do that more often. That I can force myself to do difficult things.
No, don't force yourself to do anything, you sheep.
That I know will pay off in time.
But it didn't pay off. You only decreased your lifespan. That's what you did in these 30 days. You don't even realize that you only damaged your body. His testosterone would have actually increased if he started eating, like I said, raw animal organs, especially testicles, if he got fresh, healthy blood, if he would have actually really went out into the sun, actually sunbathed during the day. He should have started eating a lot of animal fat, seeing as testosterone is made out of cholesterol. I don't know what kind of diet he's on. I'm assuming something plant-based. That's kind of how he looks like, full of phytoestrogens. What Andrew Huberman teaches is also an absolute joke. The only good thing he said was to go out in the morning, get some sunlight. Not that you have to necessarily go out in the morning, but ideally you would go to a forest. You get sunlight, you breathe in fresh air, you have all of the sounds of nature around you, the animals, the birds. But the rest, drink coffee, stress your body, cold showers, exercise, all against your body's will and senses. He's teaching sheep to slowly kill themselves. Thanks for watching.